Good evening, and Cyclones everywhere, and happy homecoming week. Welcome to Cyclone Power Hour. My name is Matt Van Winkle with the ISU Alumni Association. I know that nobody is here to see me, so I'm going to bring on the man of the hour. He is the Laura and Russ Talbot Endowed President and CEO of the Iowa State University Alumni Association, Mr. Cyclone Power himself, Jeff Johnson. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Matt. How are you doing? It's good to be here.
I am doing fantastic. Well, Jeff, we are coming off a really exciting weekend here at Iowa State with a big win for the football team over Oklahoma. I know you were at the game, weren't you?
Yeah, and absolutely just incredible to be back in Jack Trice Stadium and to have that win. And I think the other thing that I think about is just how the day kicked off, you know, with that ESPN video, really sharing the story of Jack Trice and his legacy here at Iowa State. And as we are moving into homecoming, coming to a close with the game coming up on Saturday, many may not know that today is actually the 97th anniversary of Jack's death. And so I'm going to ask that we take a moment because back on October 8th, 1923, Jack gave his last breath. And we have an opportunity tonight because, again, October 8th being today, to honor Jack with a moment of silence. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. And I think you did a fantastic job in that piece that ESPN did. I know you mentioned it, and a lot of people were able to see that story. It was a really powerful story they put together.
Yeah, and I want to thank Coach Campbell and the staff for providing us the patches that the team is wearing this year to honor Jack. And as I shared with you on yesterday, people may not be aware, you know, that Jack's jersey number was number 37. And that was the score in that win over Oklahoma. And it was also the score in the win over TCU. So it's like Jack really is with us. And so congratulations to Matt and the team and his coaching staff. What a great win over Oklahoma.
It really was. Well, Jeff, I don't know about you, but I'm excited for the next hour ahead. We've got fun guests who are going to be joining us, some prizes to give away. Thanks to our friends at Cookies, etc. Jeff, I've got my cookie here. I don't know about you. I think you've got one next to you too, don't you?
I've got my favorite sugar cookie.
Sugar cookie. I got the chocolate chip. That's my favorite. So, thanks to our friends at Cookies, etc. They're going to be giving away some prizes throughout the night. And there is a big game on Saturday, so we thought it would be fun to have some of you watching from home joining us virtually to take part in some Cyclone cheers. How does that sound, Jeff?
I think that's absolutely one. Wouldn't call it Cyclone Power Hour and not have an opportunity to do a couple of Cyclone Power cheers.
That's right. It's all about the people, isn't it?
It's all about the people.
That's right. Well, thanks to everybody who's tuning in. I was just looking at the numbers. We got 73 Cyclones already tuning in here, and there'll be more throughout the night, I'm sure. So thanks to everyone that's tuning in. We want to let you guys know, let us know where you're watching from tonight in the comments. We know Cyclones are everywhere, so let us know where you're watching from. And we're going to choose one of you guys who are leaving a comment at the end of the night to receive a special homecoming prize package here. There's some goodies inside there, so we'll send that to you. We're going to pick a winner at the end of the night, so let us know where you guys are watching from. Well, Jeff, the reason we are here today is, of course, Homecoming 2020. The theme this year is Cardinal and Bold. Jeff, you've been here for quite a few homecoming celebrations over the years, but why don't you give people watching a quick refresher about why we celebrate homecoming here at Iowa State and the importance of this annual celebration?
Yeah, this is a really important time in the life of our graduates, but I want to remind people that it's really, too, an important time in the life of our students and our university. If you go back in the history, homecoming here at Iowa State dates back to 1912. And the whole emphasis at that time was to give those early students an opportunity to return to the campus. And it's really turned into this annual tradition. And there are parts of homecoming that are just so very special, whether it's the parade or Yell Like Hell, here now as we have our Alumni Center open house. But again, just that opportunity for folks at the time when there were no alumni reunions, homecoming became that alumni reunion time. But what I really love is that homecoming also became part of that other piece of Iowa State, and that was student leadership, giving students an opportunity to learn to put together events, learn to work together, learn to plan for their peers, but also to connect people to the institution, to build memories, to build tradition, to build history, and then to create a legacy. And here we are now today celebrating the 108th celebration of homecoming in Iowa State's history. And again, it's just been an absolutely wonderful, wonderful way for us to connect a group of students to the university. Those students have gone on to be alumni. And as all of you know, many of them have legacies now who've come to Iowa State, become part of Cyclone Central Homecoming Committee, and spend an inordinate amount of time doing everything they can to raise the pride and spirit and connection of all of us to this great, great university. So homecoming is a wonderful tradition.
It really is. Why was it so important for us to keep this tradition going this year? I know, a lot of us have been socially distanced, have found new ways to connect with each other, but why was it important to keep homecoming going this year, but in a virtual way?
Well, in a couple of things I'll just point out just quickly, there are always alumni who cannot get back to Ames and who can't get back to the university. But also when the decision was made that we would not be able to have all of our fans in the stand, that we wouldn't be able to yell like hell, we wouldn't be able to do all of the activities that take place in the Greek community, and also the parade, there were just some things that were not possible. And so it was important for us to pivot. And I think all of us know that President Winterstein has made part of her presidential vision that we would be innovative and that we would not allow, not even COVID, to keep us from doing the things that we have the opportunity to think of differently. And I'm just going to be open with you. This has been an incredible learning experience for the staff and for our students. They've stepped up. There will be parts of this when there is no COVID that we'll be able to really transition into the future. As you mentioned earlier, Matt, we have alums that live all around the country, all 50 states, 150 countries. They're getting to participate in homecoming in this virtual way. And so I think we're going to have some things that are going to start new traditions. And that was an opportunity that I think we did not want to miss this year. But it's important for us to recognize it's always important to bring the Cyclone family together.
Well, I've got my homecoming button on. I see you got yours on there, the Cardinal and bold logo on there. You can still get those on our website, isualum.org, if you're interested, wherever you're at. I know a lot of people like to collect those. So, Jeff, but we promised people a special guest tonight. So why don't we deliver on that promise? Back in the spring, let's do it. The Alumni Association's Legacy Club held its annual Size Dream Team Challenge, asking members to sign up their future Cyclones for our Legacy Club. At the end of the challenge, we selected a winner from the new legacies, and 5-year-old Anna was our MVP. And I know that Anna is here with us tonight. Hi, Anna. How are you, Anna?
Good.
Anna, where are you joining us from tonight? Where do you guys live?
Nevada.
Nevada, not too far from Ames. What grade are you in, Anna?
In early kindergarten.
Kindergarten, awesome. And you've already got your Cyclone cheerleading outfit. You've got your pom-poms. Do you and your family like to go to Iowa State games and events? Yeah. What do you guys like? Are you football or basketball?
Football.
Football? Oh, awesome. Well, there's a big game this weekend, I know, Jeff.
Yeah, and I thought I would ask you, Anna, can you do a cheer for us since you're dressed up so beautifully tonight? Could you do a quick Iowa State cheer for us? Go Cyclones! That was wonderful. Where'd you get your pom-poms from?
From Grandma.
Fantastic. Well, Anna, typically we'd be celebrating you at our Cyclone Central tailgates before the homecoming game. So we thought it was a perfect way to recognize you as our winner today. But before we go, somebody did have a special message for you. How about that, Anna?
And Anna, do you know who that was? Who was that?
Sai.
Sai said, congratulations to you.
Hey Jeff, how about a Cyclone power chant with Anna? How about we start one together? All right.
Yeah, and your parents are there. They can chime in. Cyclone.
Power.
Cyclone.
Power.
Cyclone.
Power.
Cyclone.
Power.
Thank you.
Awesome. Nice job, Anna. Thanks so much for joining us, Anna.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Keep doing
That was
good
a
in school.
that was a perfect way to get kicked off. What do you think, Jeff?
I loved it. And boy, she's beautiful. Love the outfit, the hair bow, the pom-poms.
She was all ready to go for the game.
She's ready.
She's a future Cyclone, that's for sure.
All the way. All the way.
All right, Jeff. Well, we said that we were going to be giving away some prizes thanks to our friends at Cookies, etc. I'm still waiting to dig into my cookie here. It's just sitting here tempting me, but we want to give away our first prize drawing winner of the night thanks to our friends at Cookies, etc. We're donating a dozen cookies shipped to our winner's home. So, Jeff, who is our first winner tonight?
Well, our first winner is Kelly Carroll from East Moline, Illinois. And just a little bit about Kelly. Kelly is a 1976 grad of Iowa State, holds a degree in zoology, and I'm just so happy to learn that he is a life member of the Iowa State Alumni Association. So congratulations, Kelly, our first winner tonight. Dozen cookies from Cookies, etc.
Congratulations, Kelly. That's an awesome prize, and that will get sent to you thanks to our friends at Cookies, etc. Well, Jeff, our next guest is someone who I know you've known for a long time. He's been the head women's basketball coach here at Iowa State since 1995 and has led his teams to a pair of Elite Eight berths, 5 trips to the Sweet 16, and a pair of conference championship titles. He is the Dean of Big 12 Women's Basketball Coaches. Please welcome Bill Fenley. Hey, Coach.
What's up? How's everybody doing? Hey, 2 quick things. Kelly is from Eastern Iowa, Quad Cities, East Moline. So good way to start. And how good is Anna? And Anna's smart. She said grandma. So, Jeff, you and I know grandma, grandpa. She's working the grandma, grandpa thing hard. So, and I'm going to get, Matt, from you, her address afterwards. And Anna's going to get a little Cyclone women's basketball gear after this.
I love it.
That was impressive. Thank you, Anna.
Hey, I think she's still here.
There
Hey,
she
Anna.
is.
Did you hear that, Anna?
Thank you, Coach.
Oh, you're welcome, honey. We're going to send you some stuff. Okay? Thank
Now,
you for doing that.
now, Bill,
fantastic.
Bill, does that go against
Cyclones.
does that go against any NCAA rules?
I don't care. No, she's family. You can do anything you want with family and Anna's family.
Right.
So we're good to go. We're good to go.
Thanks, Anna.
Thank you,
All
Anna.
right. She's fantastic. Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us tonight. I know
my pleasure.
this has been, I know, a strange year for everyone, but for your team and your program specifically, you guys have had a really, last 6-7 months since the Big 12 tournament was canceled back in March. What has this past year been like for you and the program?
Matt, it's been obviously hard for a lot of reasons. We beat Baylor on senior day, and we're on the bus going to Kansas City to watch the guys play, and we did not know that was it. And our kids came back from Kansas City. We separated, and we came back middle of July. So it was the first time we've been together, and our kids are on campus. They're working out, trying to figure out what's going to happen next, but really proud of them, but a disappointing end to it. But, at the same time, we understand, we joke all the time. I tell our seniors, Inez and Jade, Nia, AD, that, the last game you played at Iowa State was you beat Baylor on senior night. So, maybe world happens in a different way, but very proud of that crew. And, we're trying to move forward as best we can.
So, Bill, talk to us a little bit about the team right now. How are they finding ways to stay connected, to get going, and just how you feel things are coming together?
Jeff, that's a huge thing. Usually in the off season, summer, it's a lot about team building, and the word culture, family gets used a lot in college sports. But that's the way we live our life here. and we haven't been able to do that. Everything's in pods. They're not together a whole lot, but we're working through it. We're starting to work out together. Actually, we start practice October 14th, so next week. But we've been working out. But those kids have done a really good job. Our staff's done a great job. Our medical staff, the protocols we're going through, the testing, we're practicing in our masks, all those kinds of things. But very, very proud of the kids that we have. We have great seniors. We have 3 great seniors, and like Matt talked about the other night about his team. The older kids who understand and embrace what Iowa State's about. This is part of the way we do things at Iowa State. We're kind of built for this. We can get through the hard stuff. And Jeff, as you know, you did a great Zoom call with our team, and we've tried to keep our kids connected to the campus, to each other, but really about what this university is about. And we're blessed to be a part of it, and hopefully we'll get to play at Hilton, and we'll see what happens.
Well, thank you.
That's a great segue, Coach. Our next question is: do you have any idea what your schedule is going to look like this year? Are you guys getting any ideas from the Big 12, or what are you guys thinking?
Not a whole lot. We've been told we can play November 25th, but we don't have a schedule yet. I think we're going to get close, Matt. Maybe in another 2 weeks, we'll have some kind of schedule. But our goal is always to be Big 12 centric. Do what we have to do to play Big 12 games. We want to maintain the in-state rivalries, make a more regional schedule, not travel a whole lot. Budgets are an issue. So normally, you make a big trip, but we're not going to do that. We want to do our part to help the university. So I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks we'll have a semblance of a schedule.
Coach, the thing that I thought a lot about at the end of last season was us being together, both our Big 12 men and Big 12 women back in Kansas City. And we all know how special that is. Yeah. But behind you there is the sign that says Iowa State Way. Now, I know you've touched on this a little bit.
And my grandkids, of course.
But give us some insight into a couple of things that when you're talking to the team about the Iowa State Way, what are some of those things that we should all be able to repeat as well?
Well, the Iowa State Way for us, Jeff, is appreciate the chance to be a part of the greatest university in the country, a great community. Don't take it for granted. Appreciate the people that work with you and help you on a daily basis, professors, tutors, people who work in the cafeterias, anything. And the other thing that we try and tell our kids is control what you can, and show up every day. How do I impact success every day, on the basketball court, off the court? And at the end of the day, for us, it comes down to it's we over me. And the we is Iowa State. The we is, this is not a 4-year, 5-year journey. This is a 40-year lifetime journey. And to be connected, as you mentioned, we do Zoom calls with our recruits. It's 50 states, 150 countries. The connection, the opportunities that our young people are going to get by being part of the Iowa State community and the Iowa State family. Though, as you know, Jeff, culture and family get thrown around a lot in our profession, especially in recruiting. We live it every day. Yep. This university lives it every day. And we try and make sure that our kids understand that, appreciate it. And we've been blessed to have the people that understand when you put on the Cardinal and bold tonight, there's some obligation that comes with that. It's a great thing. It's a privilege. It's not something you take for granted. And our kids have embraced that, and hopefully we're representing this great university the way we should.
Well, you're doing it, and you're also graduating those classes. And I think, again, we appreciate just so much that there truly are student athletes. And so thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff.
Hey, Coach, thanks for giving us some time tonight, and good luck the rest of the season.
Hey, and I'm sorry that our graduates can't come home. This is home. Okay, I was born in Davenport, Iowa. Ames is home, And I'm sorry the graduates can't come home, but you're with us. We're thinking about you. And next fall, we're all going to celebrate together and have the most amazing homecoming of all time. But Saturday at 2:30, turn ABC on. Let's root the Cyclones to victory. Go Cyclones.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Coach. That is Bill Fenley. That was awesome. He's great.
That was great.
He's fantastic.
I'm ready to
lucky
play.
To have him here.
I'm ready to play.
Well, Jeff, you haven't been at Iowa State quite as long as Bill, but for the past 21 years, you have been here at the Iowa State University Alumni Association. What have you enjoyed most about being here?
You know, Matt, and this is an answer that folks are going to get sick of hearing because I'm asked that quite a bit. I think folks may remember I came here as a non-graduate. I now hold a degree from Iowa State, got my PhD in 2014. But I have continued to be inspired by what I'm going to call the Iowa State story. You know, the fact that this place was the first to sign the Morrill Act and create this opportunity for children of the working class to have the opportunity for a higher education in a new kind of university. You know, universities before Iowa State were only open to those who were going to be doctors, lawyers, and clergy. And here we are today educating engineers, educating individuals in business, science and the whole works, but veterinary medicine. So I'm just proud, first and foremost, that this has been a very progressive university. Secondly, this is a place that my wife Peggy and I knew nothing about. And to learn of the story of George Washington Carver, and now to learn the story of Jack Trice and Carrie Chapman Catt, and to think that at this place, it's not just the ABC computer, but that this place was making life better for people, no matter who they were, what their backgrounds were, that it truly was about being accessible. And so when you ask me at the end of the day, I get to be this outside guy who came in here and took this place, which I think has too much humility, and was given the chance to not only learn its story, but become part of helping tell its story. And that's something I get up every day excited to do, because the humility of Iowans can sometimes treat this place like it hasn't done as much as it's, known for doing. And I get to be that storyteller. And so I'm very proud of our people, very proud of this university. Yes, I'm proud of our history, but I am damn proud of what I see happening as we go forward. This is just an incredible, incredible place and an incredible family, as Bill has talked about. You become part of this place. It's not just somewhere you come and work and earn a paycheck. It actually impacts your life.
Jeff, one of my first memories of coming to an Iowa State game was seeing you down on the field. I'm sure a lot of people probably have this same memory of you down on the field doing your Cyclone Power chant. Tell people about how that chant kind of got started.
Well, this is also a place of partnerships and collaboration. And I can still remember Jamie Pollard coming to me, and we talked a little bit about Oklahoma. We talked a little bit about the University of Kansas, and some of these places had these incredible chants that became something that the fans did on their own. And we just didn't have that. But we also had this incredible tailgating that was happening outside of Jack Trice Stadium, so good that people weren't getting into the stadium before the team came out. And we wanted to just create an environment that would draw people in and give them something to be a part of, rather than waiting until the ball was kicked off and then people just drift into the stadium. And so it was an assignment really from Jamie. Can you help us? And I came up with the Cyclone Power opportunity, a way to take two sides of the stadium, get them bannering back and forth. And believe it or not, it was never meant that I would be on the field forever, but that I would do everything I could to help get this started. And like traditions start, someone just got to start it. And this one stuck. And it was so incredible to see the students take it over. I'd go to the middle of the field, and before I could even start, the students were already doing Cyclone Power. And now, being in the stadium on Saturday night for the Oklahoma game, and to have that whole stadium know that we were in a moment that needed a Cyclone Power chant. You know, it's overwhelming. And I'm wearing one of my jerseys
I was going to
tonight.
say, tell us about the jersey.
And most people would ask me, where did the number 68 come from? And that is all credit to Dan McCarney. Dan McCarney heard that Peggy and I were 6th and 8th grade sweethearts. And this jersey, along with 2 others that matched the team jerseys, arrived here in my office. And 68 was born out of recognition of my love for my wife. But more importantly, now it's become a number that jointly is our love for Iowa State. So that's the story behind that.
We're getting in some great comments from people watching. Frederick says, proud to be an Iowa State alum. Thanks to Jeff for being so awesome. Thanks, Jeff. Caitlin says, thank you, Jeff, for urging me to be so involved as an alum. Really owe it to you for getting me connected with other alumni here in Indiana, making it a home away from home. So some really great comments from people watching tonight.
And that's what we want to be able to say about this virtual homecoming. You know, while we would love to have everyone back, we really need to be Iowa State where we are. We just set up a new mission or vision statement that basically says that, you know, as Iowa Staters and the university, we get this unique opportunity to make the lives of people better, no matter where we live and where we work and where we play. So just an incredible opportunity. But yeah, Cyclone Power is something that has its own life now. And I'm so proud of Iowa State.
All right, Jeff, there's a big game coming up on Saturday. So why don't we get people ready with a few cheers? Cyclones Everywhere actually sent us in some of their best Cyclone Power cheers. So let's get people involved. All right.
All right. Cyclone.
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone! Cyclone!
Power!
Way to go.
That was awesome.
That's fun.
So the people that are on screen here, this was actually our Homecoming Central Committee. So we want to give them a big round of applause for an awesome job they've done so far with Homecoming Week. They've done a really amazing job and during tough circumstances to make everything virtual for the students and our alumni. So kudos to them. But Jeff, we've got a few more Cyclones here on the line. Let's see who we can bring on. I believe we have Martha is here. Hi, Martha. Can you hear us, Martha?
Martha, hello there.
Martha, maybe, can you hear us, Martha? All right, we'll try, maybe. All right, we'll take Martha off for now. We'll bring Martha back. Let's see, I think we have Karen here. Let's bring Karen on. Hey, Karen.
Hello.
Oh my God, Karen, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Wonderful. The family's all married now, right?
Yeah, married and having babies now.
And having babies. How many grandbabies?
We have a baby. Mia was born in May, and then we have another one coming in January.
Wow. And now you've been a Cyclone for how long?
Oh, a very long time. Since I went to college.
That's like asking a woman her age, so I better stay away from that.
That's right.
Well, let's take a moment here. Tell us a little bit about your favorite Iowa State homecoming memory.
I would probably have to say just we've been, for the last several years, our Kane Friant group from when we lived in the residence halls. I lived on Friant and Maple, and my husband lived in Larch on Kane. And so we've been doing homecoming where they love coming back for the games and tailgating, and from all over the country, they come back.
Right.
That's a lot of fun. So that's probably one of my favorite memories of wanting them to come back for that weekend.
Well, you know that your family is one of those first families that Peggy and I met, and we really appreciate, again, just your guys' loyalty to Iowa State. So you think you can help me do a little bit of Cyclone Power here?
Oh, sure.
Let's try it. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
One more. Cyclone!
Power!
Go State!
Woo, go Cyclone!
That was fantastic. Thanks so much, Karen. This is super fun to bring people on. We'll try Martha one more time. Let's see if Martha. Oh, wait. We lost Martha. Oh, we lost Martha. That's okay. Karen, I think Karen carried the weight for two people.
Yeah, that was great though. But her family is just, daughters, they're just a wonderful, wonderful Cyclone family.
Martha, if you're still there, we'll try and bring you on later in the show. Sound good? Sound good to you, Jeff?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, we've got another winner to announce, Jeff, for our cookies, etc. Dozen cookies delivery. So why don't you announce our second winner of the night, Jeff?
Well, our second winner is Barbara Taylor, and Barbara hails from Newton, Iowa. And I just found this so interesting. She's a 1958 grad of Iowa State. And as many of you know, this was the year that Iowa State transitioned from Iowa State College to Iowa State University. But again, a 1958 grad with a degree in dietetics. She's also a life member of the Alumni Association. So thank you, Barbara, for all the ways that you're partnering with us to help us serve Iowa State and Iowa Staters all around the country and the world. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mark. Who was it? Barbara.
Barbara.
I'm eating my cookie, so I'm a little bit distracted. I had a bite. What? This is a delicious cookie.
I'm going to do that as well.
Sounds good. Well, while Jeff eats his cookie, we should bring on our next guest. He's been waiting for us. It's homecoming week after all, and there is a football game on Saturday against Texas Tech. So we thought we'd bring on someone who's been able to see the team up close every game this season. He was on the Cyclone radio network last Saturday for the Cyclones' big win against Oklahoma. Here is how that sounded.
Brock Purdy will simply have to take a knee. And this whole thing about Brocktober is no myth. It's the real deal. The Cyclones now 11-1 in October since 2017. And they have defeated Oklahoma in Ames for the first time since right after JFK was elected and before I was born. It's been 60 years. The Cyclones defeat the Sooners in Ames 37-30 the final. They're 2-0 in the Big 12 Conference.
All right, you heard the voice. Here he is, the voice of the Cyclones, John Walters. Hey, John.
Hey, guys. How are you?
We're doing fantastic. That was quite the game, wasn't it?
Oh, it was awesome. Anytime you beat Oklahoma, it's a big deal, but we've done it 2 of the last 4 years, and we had a great chance to beat them last year. And I think it's a measure of just how far this program has come under Matt Campbell, that year in and year out now we're very competitive with Oklahoma, and we've beaten them 2 of the last 4. So it's a nice measuring stick of just how far things have come under Matt.
It's kind of hard to believe you were talking about the historic relevance of that game, the first win against Oklahoma in Ames in 60 years. That's kind of hard to fathom, isn't it?
Yeah, when I start using my age as the comparison, it's a little scary that something happened before I was born and it hasn't happened since. But, one hurdle after another falls under this coach. He's done such a wonderful job. And it's just so much fun to see the growth of the program and these guys believing that they can win every single week. And I know our fan base takes a ton of pride in that. And they're such a big part of it. I was amazed at the amount of energy in that stadium from 14,000 people. It was unbelievable. And there's no doubt it helped us win. And I was also really proud as an Iowa Stater to see, after Jamie Pollard had challenged fans to wear face coverings and, it's just not going to work if we don't do it, if we want to have fans at future games. They were all wearing them, every single one of them. And, it's just the Cyclone way, as Bill Fenley said earlier, the Iowa State way is to do things right. And I think our fans responded in a super positive way, that they wanted to set an example, and they set a standard. I've watched a lot of college football. I haven't seen a crowd more willing to do exactly what they were asked than our Cyclone fans were, and I'm so proud of them.
Well, John, you have just gone where I wanted to go. That has to be an interesting view from the booth. You're not just seeing the team on the field. You're seeing the fans, and you're seeing the atmosphere, the band, the cheer squad, but just everything that makes that atmosphere. Give us a view from your side of things. not seeing it full, how does that impact how you call the show, the game? But what did you experience last Saturday?
Jeff, it's funny because the Louisiana game, I wasn't really sure what to expect because obviously there was no precedent to, use as a guide. And it was really weird to just have it completely empty. Now, the band did a great job, and the cheer squad and the spirit squad, they did a great job to add some level of environment. But what a difference it made last weekend to have, 15,000 Iowa State fans and that energy they brought. It's like each of them was trying to do their part and then some, and they did. Yeah. And I guarantee you it made a difference in that football game. There's no doubt in my mind. When Oklahoma seemed to have seized momentum and Kane Nwangu had the long kickoff return, the energy in that place was just unbelievable. And it continued all the way to the finish. And, it's too bad that 61,500 couldn't have experienced it, but I know they were all, that game had 3.7 million viewers.
That's what I know. That's what, and those viewers talked about just the sound that came out of those 15,000. Yeah.
I don't know that we've ever had a game with more viewers than that. When you think about ABC, national audience, Saturday night, great crew, great opponent. For our athletics department, our university to be showcased in that way, there were 2 more million viewers for that game than the NBA Finals. I mean,
wow.
Think about that. I mean, It's just amazing the stage that Iowa State was on and showcased. And, and what made it really special was we weren't even sure a couple months ago if we were going to have a season at all.
Right.
So to have something that special happen on a night like that, I just think lifted everybody's spirits. We needed something to distract us from the real world for a few hours, and that did it.
Hey, John, what can fans expect from the Cyclones against this Texas Tech team coming up on Saturday for homecoming?
I think we'll play really well. Matt has done a super job at Iowa State of when we beat a top 25 team, his teams are always ready the next week. We're 4-1 in those situations when that's happened. And that's a time when you think your guard might be down a little bit. You could be, your players might not be as grounded. But he has done a great job. And you heard him after the game on ABC saying, well, I didn't like some of the penalties and some of the things. He was proud of his guys, certainly. And but I think really knows that they've got a lot of room still to improve. And that's what's so exciting. I think Iowa State will come out and play really well. Texas Tech is a good football team. They were ahead of Texas in the fourth quarter by 2 touchdowns. They were ahead of Kansas State in the fourth quarter. Should have definitely beaten Texas and had a great chance to beat Kansas State. They could be 2-0 coming in here in league play and 3-0 overall. They're not, but they're going to be very hungry for a win. They're well coached, and it'll be a good football game on Saturday, no doubt about that. But I feel really good about Iowa State playing well. I think Matt will have them ready.
John, I want to take you back just real quickly. What was it like the transition from being a sportscaster to being the voice of the Cyclones? I mean, we really appreciate everything you do for this university. But Peggy and I, new to Iowa, we saw you in a different place when we first came here. And now to have you as a colleague on this campus, what was that transition like?
Well, it was always my dream to do play-by-play, and I had done it at Drake. And when I got the opportunity to go to WOI TV as the sports director and work with Gary Thompson, an all-time great Iowa State alum and great basketball player, a legendary player, it was too much to pass up. And so I did those TV games with Gary. And then obviously when Pete passed away tragically in 2003, I ended up taking over for Pete. And I was so blessed to be able to work with Eric Heft, who helped guide me through that time, and really feel blessed that I've worked with Gary and with Pete and with Eric, because those are 3 of the all-time great Cyclones. Yeah. I mean, how lucky can one guy be? I think I've used up all my luck in this lifetime, but there's no place I'd rather be. I absolutely love it. And it's great to feel connected to a team and to a university the way I do with Iowa State. And so much of that, Jeff, you mentioned Dan McCarney earlier. He played a big role. And wanting me to be the person to replace Pete. And I think something that he really put in place in our athletics department, and I talked about this when we inducted him into the Hall of Fame, was a genuine care about how everybody else in the athletics department was doing.
Yeah.
Mac knew everybody's name, everybody's family's name. He knew exactly what the record was for the tennis team and for the volleyball team and who they just beat and how many sets it took. And he loved that. And he was so into that. And I think Jamie Pollard has taken that torch and run with it. And everybody in our athletics department cares about what's happening with everybody else. It's not a silos type environment. It's really a family, and everybody pulling and rowing in the same direction. And you've seen it, you know that better than anybody. And I think Jamie's done a remarkable job with that. And I think it really all started with Mac, because when your head football coach genuinely cares about everybody he's surrounded by, and you know, he still communicates with all those people. I call him all the time. I talk to him all the time. It just was a great foundation for what we've done as an athletics department. And I can tell you, it's not that way everywhere.
I'm with you.
It's not that way everywhere. And there's some jealousy, and there's some, bitterness that occurs on some other campuses. There's none of that at Iowa State.
Well, this was a proud night, for us to do this inaugural Cyclone Power Hour and to get to put this jersey on, and not only to salute Iowa State, but to salute Dan McCarney. Because, again, you what you said right there touches me because it's personal. Well, look, thank you so much for giving us time. I know you've worked a full day today, and here you are giving us your evening. But thanks for all that you do for Iowa State, not just Iowa State athletics, but Iowa State University.
Well, thanks for all you do as well. And I am so proud to be a Cyclone. And Matt, what you've done putting all these things together, the videos, and you're just doing an awesome job. And I appreciate both of you very much.
Thanks, John. Have a great call on Saturday, okay?
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, John. That is John Walters, voice of the Cyclones. Just a fantastic guy all the way around. I know he's a Drake alumni though, isn't he? I don't know.
He is, but this family, Matt, one thing that people always remember, almost 10,000 of our members are not graduates of Iowa State, including my wife. So this tent is made up of graduates and friends of Iowa State.
Right. That's right. Can't forget about the friends of Iowa State.
Yeah.
They're one of the most important pieces.
Yeah.
Well, so Jeff, we did get a few questions from people that came in before the event, and I just want to go through at least a couple of these with you. I know we still got some people that we want to bring on the line to do some cheers, but let's jump to this one from Sarah. I love this question from her. She says, with all the negatives in the world today, what one thing has helped you, Jeff, stay positive in 2020? That's from Sarah here in Iowa.
I'm never going to lose my faith in the goodness of people. And I know as we look in our society today, and, let's just say it, social and racial injustice and all the things that are weighing in on our country right now, there are good people out there. And I think we have to find time to always try to discover that. And then when you encounter it, say something, and I think for me, getting up every morning, if I'm not feeling well or I'm not in a good mood, I have a commitment not to go and ruin someone else's day. And so for me, it's just keeping a positive attitude and recognizing that there's goodness in everyone. May sound a little soft, but that's what I believe. And I go looking for that. I think you find what you're looking for.
Absolutely. Jeff, well, we've got a lot of people still, so I'm gonna skip through the rest of those questions, and I think we should just give away our next prize. What do you think? Does that sound good to you?
Let's do that.
Let's jump to our third prize winner, our third and final prize winner, before we announce our prize that we're giving to somebody in the comments. So again, as a reminder, leave a comment where you're watching from tonight. Let us know where you're watching this from, and you could win a prize package from the Alumni Association, a special homecoming prize pack that'll be sent to you. But Jeff, who is our third winner of a dozen cookies from Cookies, Etc.?
Well, I'm happy to say that our next winner is Timmy Marinan from Chandler, Arizona. And Timmy is a 2010 grad of Iowa State. He holds a degree in logistics. Yeah. Timmy, how you doing, man?
There he is.
Good to see you. And Timmy is also a life member of the Alumni Association and also one of our key volunteers for us in the Arizona area. Good to see you tonight. Thank you for being here.
Good to see you guys. Really, it is good to see you. I mean, I see you every week with your chat on through the weekday mornings and touching base with different alumni. But Jeff, it's really good to see you because just what a weird year, and we don't have game watches right now, so I'm kind of missing out on seeing some of the regulars that we have down here in Phoenix. But I will tell you, you're talking about the Friends of Iowa State. We got a lot of Friends of Iowa State this last weekend for that Oklahoma game. I was at our game watch site. Man, there were a couple people in the bar area, and we had everyone going for Iowa State. So we got a lot of friends this past weekend.
Well, thanks for all that you do to bring our Cyclones together in the Arizona area. We really appreciate what you guys do in Scottsdale, Phoenix, and so forth.
Hey, I appreciate the connections that I've made with a lot of our great alumni down here. We have a lot of people that do travel from Iowa during the winter, so we get to see a lot of we call them snowbirds for basketball season and late football season. So if you guys are watching right now, I'm really, really hoping that we get some basketball game watches going on, and I hope that I get to touch base with you guys in a couple weeks.
You bet. Well, good to see you, and congratulations.
Hey, Timmy, you want to stick around and do a quick Cyclone Power with Jeff?
Of course. Oh yeah.
All right, Timmy. Cyclone! 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 Way to go.
I think Timmy's gonna blow out the microphone. Jeez.
I hope he's not in an apartment. They're gonna have him evicted.
Yeah. No.
Thanks, Timmy. We'll be in contact with you about your prize. Okay.
Hey, thank you.
Awesome, Timmy. That's awesome. I think he blew his microphone out.
I know, but that was crazy.
Man, he's a spirited Cyclone down there. We see him online quite a bit.
Well, he just does an absolutely phenomenal job, and that's a strong alumni chapter. And as he said, for our alums who travel from the East Coast, oftentimes to get away from the winter, they really do a great job embracing people who come into the community.
Well, Jeff, we have a special Cyclone Power entry that came in late. Let's see what this one is.
Tony! Power! 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 Power!
Okay.
Got to grow him up a Cyclone.
Who's that, Jeff? Is that your grandson?
That's my grandson, Tony. Oh, thank you. That was fun.
Tony's a kick, man.
Yeah, he came into my office one day and just out of nowhere started doing that. And either Peggy or my daughter, Crystal, filmed it. And it's been really special to have that.
So Tony is going to be in 30 years, he'll be the next president and CEO of the Alumni Association. He'll be out at Jack Trice Stadium doing the Cyclone Power cheers. How does that sound?
Well, he's got to learn how to dance first.
Jeff, I think I see one more person that's hanging on the line, and we just got him to connect. It's Dan Adams. Hey, Dan.
Dan.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Doing well.
Good to see you. Thank you for being with us tonight.
You bet. Glad to hear you.
Well, this has been fun and good to see some of those really, really true Cyclones. There's so many of us, but it's great to see some of these folks that have been with us for so long. So thank you so much for your loyalty to Iowa State, your entire family. I really mean that.
You bet. Yeah, it's been a great ride, and yeah, that victory on Saturday was incredible. I was one of the 15,000 there, so that was amazing.
That was incredible. Well, let's get a cheer in here because the night is coming to a close. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Way to go. Thank you. Have a great week and a great Friday tomorrow. And then we'll see you Saturday.
All right. Sounds good.
Take care.
Dan Adams. Where's Dan joining us from? I didn't get Dan's location.
Is Oskaloosa, I believe.
Oskaloosa. That's right. That's a loyal Cyclone right there, and one of the lucky few that got in the stadium last week. And I know, Jeff, you were saying you were at the game too, right?
Yeah, just incredible. I mean, I'm not going to cry, but it was just incredible. I mean, our fans talk to each other, and you have been in your seats, most of us, that's another family extension who you sit around. And it all started with you just getting a seat assignment. You didn't get to pick who you were seated next to, but those folks become your family, and, it was just great to recognize that. I'm going to be spiritual for a second, and I promise not to be offensive, but we were not made to be alone. And so just that communion with each other, and to recognize that we care, and we're all asking about our grandkids and asking about our children and asking, about our health. And, we're just blessed here at this university that it's a family. I thought Bill Finley's comment on that tonight is not something that we just throw around because it sounds well. We are a family.
Couldn't agree more with that, Jeff. Well, Jeff, we've heard some really great stories tonight from some Cyclones. Anna started us off with some nice cheers. We had Anna over in Nevada. That was fun. But we've heard some great stories. But many of you probably have started receiving some postcards from our partners at Publishers Concepts. These are real. We want to let you know they're real. We've had some questions about people asking about them, and we've heard from a lot of you already. Like hundreds of people already sending in their stories from when they were students here, their homecoming memories from Iowa State. And if you haven't already, please do respond and make sure that we have your information correct and share your Cyclone stories with the Alumni Association. It's really important that we have all that information right.
Yeah, and that book that's going to be put together that will be titled Cyclone Stories is going to be absolutely phenomenal, especially when you go back when I talked about the humility of Iowans and Iowa Staters in particular. We've got some really accomplished people, but we've got some also incredible stories of individuals like myself who are first generation. The whole idea of coming to college and finding a university like Iowa State that truly changed your life. We're just thrilled to death that we're going to be able to tell all these incredible stories.
Absolutely. Jeff, I think we should probably pick our winner before the night comes to an end. What do you say?
Let's go for it.
Should we pick our winner of our prize package here?
I'm all for it.
All right, I'm going to look through the comments here. Let's see where we've got people joining us from. Okay, I think I found one. We've got Mike Marr from Apache Junction. We're sticking with Arizona. We had Timmy from Arizona. We're going to stick with Mike Marr from Arizona. Is going to be our winner of our nice prize package here, which we'll get that sent to you, Mike. We'll send you a private message and we'll get that prize sent to you. Sound good? There's some nice goodies in there. I think there's even a homecoming button in there. So Jeff and I have got ours on right now. Well, Jeff, this has been fun. We're getting close to 8 o'clock, but we want to thank everybody for tuning in to this virtual Cyclone Power Hour. We want to remind everyone watching that we've got a ton of virtual homecoming activities and videos. Those are up on our website at isualum.org/homecoming. Lots of great content there. We've also got some really cool information on our blog on our website, or we're calling it the Home Gating blog.
Yeah.
Jeff, there's some great, really cool recipes, some events, or some activities, some just all kinds of stuff on this blog that our events team has put together for people to do at their home gating, since we can't all tailgate at Jack Trice. But I know some people have really gotten involved with these with some recipes, and I think there's even some there's 3 guacamole recipes in there.
And then also this week, homecoming bingo has just been a blast, and then tomorrow is a unique opportunity to wear your Cardinal and gold. Whether you're going to the office or you're still working remotely or you're out shopping, represent Iowa State tomorrow wearing Cardinal and gold. And then tomorrow evening at 10 o'clock, pull that person that you love close, and we're going to do campaneling, mass campaneling. Set your camera, send us a photograph.
Yes, we've got a really cool virtual fireworks celebration that will go off. A nice drone video that was able to be captured from a previous homecoming that we're going to send out to people at 10 o'clock on our Facebook tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that that great video. But Jeff, I know you've got another great little tidbit for people that are watching about membership, right?
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone, that is a member of the Alumni Association. And I want you to know that we're going to do a special membership offer to everyone who is registered tonight. And so if you're already a life member of the Alumni Association, there'll be a drawing that will involve just our life members. But if you are currently an annual member or you're not a member, tomorrow around 3 o'clock, you're going to get a special opportunity to be part of something that we're going to offer to you. So tonight, if you haven't signed out the form or signed up on the form so that we have your information, please take a moment to do that. You will be contacted tomorrow after 3 p.m. with more details about this opportunity. But again, it's our chance to do something special for you joining us tonight and to do something special to thank you during this week of homecoming. And again, wherever you are, again, tomorrow, Cardinal and Gold. Please make sure you're wearing something Iowa State.
Absolutely. Well, as a reminder, Saturday's game against Texas Tech kicks off at 2:30 Central Time on ABC. And Jeff, I see we've got some people that are still hanging around. So why don't we do one more Cyclone Power chant before we end the night, all right?
Let's go for it. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
All right, Anna, you and I. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
You're beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. How about that, Jeff? That was fun. Oh, we lost Jeff. There's Jeff. That was a ton of fun, wasn't it?
A lot of fun. I want this
That
to
was great.
continue. I'm
Let's
giving
do it.
you the announcement tonight. We're going to continue this.
Let's do it. Let's make it a new tradition.
A new tradition.
Past COVID, we'll make it a new homecoming
Yep,
tradition. This is
Cyclone
fun.
Power Hour.
I love it. Well, thanks again to everybody who tuned in this evening. Thank you, Jeff. We plan to do more of these in the future, and so stay tuned to our Facebook, our Twitter, our YouTube, all of our social media for more virtual events. Have a great night and go Cyclones. Thanks, Jeff.
All right. Good night.